exciting tonight. The dogs started to bark and everything went Cantaluna. And welcome to Life in the Hologram on the Revolution Radio Network. It's Madeline Rudy and Caroline Del Tumblety. And I want to wish my little great-grandson, Joshua, a happy birthday. He'll be 5 years old tomorrow. And he's a pistol. I made him a donut cake.
Wow. I don't think I've ever seen a donut cake.
He loves donuts. I'll send you a picture of it.
Oh, cool. Very cool.
So I have a card here. It says Sacred Space. Based on the vibe of your space, harmonizing within and around.
I like that, Madeline. It's lovely. How's your week been, Madeline?
Oh, just dandy.
Yeah.
Crazy, crazy, crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm frozen in time.
Yeah, we don't have you on camera.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm frozen. And I don't know why.
We have a terrific guest. And I'm going to read Georgie's bio. So, we'd like to welcome Georgie. Oh, I knew I've lost my place.
Deyne.
You know, I go from one screen to the next. What am I like? All right, here we go. I have it right here. Okay, I need my glasses on too. All right, we would like to welcome Georgie D Deyne. Is it Deyne?
Deyne.
Deyne. I was adding too many letters in there, wasn't I? It's Georgie D Deyne. Georgie is an international singer, spiritual teacher, and medium who passionately supports peace, unity, and oneness. She is also an angel ambassador, having founded Angelic Harmony Therapy, teaching practitioner to other spiritual practitioners in Europe, North America, and Australia. The AHT family is growing. Georgie also is the enchanting voice of the Seraphisa and has recorded 5 angelic albums of heavenly music with producer and musician Marcus C. Dolan. In 2010, Georgie had an angelic intervention which changed her life and took her from stressed and depressed to fulfilled and blessed. An angel named Love spoke through Georgie whilst she attended the spiritual development group. During the angel visit, Georgie went into an altered state of awareness. Her metaphysical appearance and voice changed, and the angel Love informed the group she had come to help heal her soul and connect her to her life's purpose. Love announced, "You will sing with the angels to heal your soul, and then you will share our healing love and guidance through your voice." Let's see, and there is a YouTube channel, and it's Angelic Harmony Heals. There's also a webpage, and it's www.georgiedeyn.com. And I'd like to welcome Georgie.
Yeah,
hello.
Welcome.
Hello, ladies. Thank you for inviting me onto your show.
Absolutely.
It's lovely to have you here.
Yeah, Georgie's amazing.
Oh,
And I can
Madeline.
see you now, Madeline, and you're moving.
I'm moving. I'm alive. I finally came alive. I was frozen in time. So Georgie, what have you been up to?
Oh, gosh, what haven't I been up to? It's well, the most recent thing I was up to was this time last week. I was asked to go and move some unwanted guests from a lady's house. She had 2 spirits or 2 souls. One was in her kitchen and one was in her bathroom, what do you call it? Your ensuite, you know, the bathroom that's sort of like within your bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
And she had one spirit that was getting into bed with her every night. And another one that would throw the clock off the wall in the kitchen. So I went round there, and it transpires they were two East London gangsters from, like, I don't know, the 50s or the 60s. And one went quite quickly. Didn't take long to send him over. He was the one in the kitchen. And then the one in the ensuite, I had to sing a jazz song for him, and then he went.
Which song did you sing?
I sang Fever.
Fever.
Peggy Lee. I love Peggy Lee. I sort of like have two passions in my life. One is singing jazz, and the other is singing angelic stuff and singing with the angels and doing healing and guidance with angels.
It's beautiful.
That's funny. I thought maybe they were cooking.
Well,
that'd be nice if you had a spirit in the kitchen that would cook.
It would be nice. I could really do with one of those. I'm really not into cooking at all. I'm like so lazy when it comes to cooking.
Oh, and I love to cook.
Do you?
Oh my God, yeah.
I'm like, I just make a smoothie because it's easy. But it's cold, so okay, I'll have porridge instead.
I go back and forth with the cooking, you know.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I like it, but if somebody was cooking for me and it was a ghost, I would certainly leave them there to it.
Absolutely. Well, she was a bit disconcerted about the ghost getting into bed with her at night. That was when it was like,
Yeah.
and also she'd put on weight, this lady. She put on about 2 stone.
Wow.
And she was feeling tired and drained. And yeah, it was because they were like feeding off of her energy, I guess.
Have you spoke to her since?
Yeah, she says the place feels so much different and she's got more energy. So
excellent.
That's good. So
Yeah.
that was the most recent thing that I was up to spiritually. Yeah, but I'm thinking of doing something totally different that I've never done before. I'm thinking of getting a PA system that's battery operated, because I've got an old one that you can plug in. I'm thinking of getting like a busker's PA and then busking, but for a charity.
Nice.
Yeah, well, I thought that's really going to test my sort of, what's the word, resilience. It's going to be something I've never done before. So I might be giving that a go if I can really pluck up the courage to do it.
That would be cool. Where would you go? Like,
well, so I live in Suffolk. I live in a place called Kessingland, which not many people have heard of. But the nearest sort of posh town to that, or posh seaside resort, is a place called Southwold. And it's where all the millionaires have their houses that they go to in the summertime. And there's some sort of places that I could sing there. And there's Framlingham in Suffolk. Now that's where Ed I forgot his surname.
Sheeran?
Sheeran, yes. Ed Sheeran lives.
well done, Madeline.
Thank you, Madeline.
I don't even know these guys, but
well, I had brain freeze because for me it's like I'm normally in bed by now.
Yeah, thank you for staying up so late.
So I had an extra coffee today, a bit later than normal. So that's probably what's keeping me awake. So yeah, Framlingham. You never know. Ed might like see me singing and say, "Do you fancy coming on tour with me?" And I'll be like, "Yeah, okay, that sounds cool."
I told you to go sing for. Well, I guess it's the UK Got Talent, but it seems like they all come over here and sing.
Yeah.
America's Got Talent.
I don't know if I could handle the rejection, Madeline. I'm not good with rejection.
Oh.
I don't think you'd be rejected.
Why would you be rejected?
Oh, they might give me 3 buzzers. 3
Or the voice.
No.
The Voice, yeah. Again, my friend was like, "Oh, you should go on The Voice," but I don't know if like jazz is very or the angelic stuff. I don't know if it's popular enough for me to go.
Do an angelic jazz song.
Well, funny you
Put them
should
together.
Funny you should say that. I've got this thing called there's this thing called the Real Book, and it's like all the jazz standards, but it's like an app for your computer, and you can also have pop, blues and country, and you've got all of the chord charts, and you can change the sort of tempo, the key. You could take a song like Jimi Hendrix Angel and give it a bossa nova beat. It's like, yeah. So maybe I could look at doing that, doing a jazzy angelic. I've already done a jazzy version of Ave Maria. So yeah, that could be a new project.
A lot of these kids, they go on YouTube or TikTok or whatever, and they become like these TikTok and YouTube star singers.
Yeah.
And they have millions and millions of people following them.
True. Yeah. I mean, I could go live on Facebook and things like that whilst singing, hoping that Ed Sheeran's going to walk past.
Yeah.
Framlingham. Yeah. I mean, like this.
Well, who's that, Caroline? Who's the girl that Simon Cowell, Brenda Boyle, what was her name? Boyle. Boyle.
Susan.
Wasn't she from Scotland?
Susan Boyle. Yeah. Yep. She's from Scotland. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think she lives just outside Glasgow. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, she had a great voice. I remember that. That was her big star. Like,
well,
I think,
and Simon wasn't too nice to her, but she,
she went on to win it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She did.
But I think Simon's mellowed in the years that he's been doing the show. He's not I don't think as critical as he used to be when he first started.
Mm. You've also got the Eurovision Song Contest.
Yes. Now, I'm not sure how people go about auditioning or putting songs forward for that.
I don't know either.
Probably make some kind of video and send it in.
I would think. Yeah, and like an application or something.
So it's the 50 years. No, how many years is it since ABBA won? And it happens to be in Sweden this year.
Well, it would have been the 70s. Yeah, so it would be 50. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My God, yes.
Wow.
That is scary.
That is so scary.
Yeah, it was Waterloo. They won with Waterloo, and it must have been 74.
Yeah.
And yes, interesting. It's going to be hosted this year in Sweden.
Nice.
So I must watch it again this year and have a bit of a party at home watching the Eurovision.
It's always entertaining.
It certainly is. There were some like pretty hot male singers last year on there. I think Greece was one of my favourites, and Italy, if I remember rightly. Yeah.
I don't really remember it. I don't think I watched it.
Well, I
don't know what it is.
Oh, of course you would.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Well, it's a contest for all sort of like all of the countries in Europe, and it started off years ago. There might have been 20 countries. Now there's like 100 countries, and it's a long night, and it's quite entertaining.
So like all the singers come on and sing, all the different groups.
And it makes them famous. Like, that was how ABBA, got their break.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly how they got their break. I think there was a bunch of them, like Bucks Fizz.
Yeah.
Remember them winning?
Brotherhood of Man,
yeah. There's been quite a few.
Yeah.
I say go for it, Georgie.
Oh.
So I want to ask, like, you've probably been asked this a million times, But the workshop that you attended, was it a workshop you attended when you had...
The angelic intervention thing. So what happened was I'd had a real bad year the year before. I'd been psychically attacked and I was in a very, very low place. And I didn't know where I was going in my life. I was on autopilot. And my mum sent me this book, and reading the book, it sort of brought my guides back to my attention, because I sort of like was so disconnected from my own self and like the spiritual world around me. So through this book, I ended up finding a spiritual circle, which happens every week at this lady's house. And I phoned her up and she said, yeah, you can come along. So I think it was the second week that I attended, I went into an altered state, which some people call it trance. But basically, you're taking your brain waves from a beta sort of like doing state down to alpha, and then into like theta. So your brain really slows down. And in that state, the people in the room perceived seeing me with this like golden glow, looking younger, my hair looked longer, and an angel spoke through me and gave the name Love. Or they asked, what's your name? And she said Love. But she also said, if I told you my real name, you wouldn't be able to comprehend it, something like that. And they asked her some questions and she spoke, like you read out. But it took me until, that was 2010, and then around 2018, I was in America. And I think that was the first year I connected with Madeline and was on Madeline's show. I was teaching my friend's daughter how to do Reiki. And we did a swap. And she had her hands on my head. And then she said, you are the angel. The angel is within you. And then I had this realization that that was what people call your higher self or your I am presence. And that's what it was my inner light that people saw. So it wasn't that I was channeling love, but that was an aspect of me, the purest aspect of me, which I still work with today. But obviously there's Georgie the jazz singer, and then I can like slip away slightly, my personality can go, and then love comes through a bit more. So when that happens, you lose the London accent and I sound a bit different. I speak slower. Yeah,
it's really interesting. It says, love, what a beautiful energy to come through. Like that must have just been like to have been having such a hard week and for a hard year, and for something like that to have happened.
I mean, because at the time I thought it was an external angel. I had no idea that it was an aspect of me. So I was calling upon her to help me heal my voice, because I'd lost my singing voice. So my background, I went to theatre school and I was a dancer and a singer. I think like nowadays they call us triple threaders. So I did acting, singing and dancing. And I'd worked professionally doing that. And I'd also had my own theatre school. And that was all on autopilot after having this sort of psychic attack. Which I won't go into because that's dark. That was dark. I think a lot of people have probably had similar experiences. Maybe if there's any listeners out there that think, yeah, you know what, maybe that's happened to me. It took a while to heal from that, and other mediums since have seen it in my aura, if you like. They've seen that my aura was tampered with psychically. Somebody with a mission wanted to mess me up. I nearly swore then, but they wanted to mess me up. This has happened to me a few times, actually, since I've had another psychic attack. Since I've had two, sorry. So in total, I've had 3 psychic attacks where people have tried to stop me from doing my work.
Mm-hmm. We know about that.
Oh yeah, yeah, we know, yeah, yeah,
yeah. So I know there's other people that it happens to. Yeah.
But you keep going. This is good. Yeah.
You keep going and you help others that are going through it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there's a difference between a psychic attack and then somebody maybe having an attachment. So like last week, last Friday, the girl that was Lost Souls. And that's very different. A psychic attack is coming from another human living, breathing air that thinks, right, okay, I'm going to stop you from doing that. And maybe they're being puppeted by something else. I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not 100% sure.
Well, also, I think that we're kind of realizing that electronics are also part of this on some level. You know, like the way that we have put together our grid system, our wireless, our internets, like all these like stacked, all these different waves, like you know, I think it contributes or it amplifies.
Yeah.
No. What do you think, Maggie?
We were just talking about that this week, Caroline and myself.
Mm-hmm.
And it's I think at a higher vibration right now too, because anything of the light, there's nefarious forces around that want to stop it. Mm-hmm. Because there's certainly a lot of evil in the world right now. My God. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
makes your head spin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and there's like this, we were talking about like how your food, your water, your air, like even like the media, like it's all contributing, you know, it's all contributing, and just have to keep ourselves clean, you know, clear, you know, like I get lazy sometimes, you know, like I forget to do stuff that I should be doing like regularly, just clearing a space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you think that you put the protection around yourself and that would be it, but it's like, no, I got to keep doing this. It's like you need a guard of angels around you.
You certainly do.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah, it's like
get the forks out.
When you're cleaning your teeth in the morning, you've got to sort of start thinking then.
Yeah.
Well, even when you go to bed, too, because you never know who's after you in the nighttime.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I had a strange dream the other night, and I was saying I don't know who the person was, but I said, oh, look at there, 2 moons.
Oh, that's funny.
It's like, how could we have 2 moons?
You know that I had seen 3? Did I tell you that? There was like, and I'm not the only person that has been seeing it. People have been seeing like 2 moons, 3 moons, suns. Like, it's just a lot of weird. I think there's a lot of weird.
Yeah.
Well, now your tones, your angelic tones, doesn't your angelic tones like dissipate different things?
It does. It definitely helps to clear. Yeah, 100%. But I've noticed, I think since April, to be honest. Well, for me, to be fair, because we have in the UK, our Mother's Day is early. It's in March. And Mother's Day this year, I woke up not feeling too great with a bad back, and it's just got worse and worse, and I've been to different people, and I feel like, one, I've been clearing some old masculine stuff within me, and also maybe my ancestors and lineage, but I also feel like there's a lot of stuff being cleared cosmically, if you like, and I've really struggled this last month, April, to have the energy. I really feel like every day I have to fight to be happy, to be sane, to be grounded, because the energy I've found really heavy, really, really toxic, and singing is about the only thing that helps me.
Well, you're not the only one, so
yeah, you're not alone.
A lot of people are going through the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, normally I would dance and exercise to help shift energy, but because I've had like a problem with my back and hip, I've not been able to do that. So I have been relying on the singing, and I've literally been like lying maybe by the beach. I mean, it's been cold, but lying on Mother Earth and singing.
It sounds beautiful.
Yeah, sounds like a good thing.
Yeah, it does.
But
I want to go and do it right now.
But the weather's been so bad.
I know.
The weather's
It's going to get warm, though. It will get warm.
My son said it's supposed to go up to 87 here next week, so it's going to be 87 here. It must be going to be warm where you are.
Yep, it will. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the good weather. I really am.
Me too.
Because that's pretty warm, 87 for, well, it'll be May next week.
I'll be happy with 67 right now.
Yeah, right. 57 even. But it's the wind here. I've noticed the wind is cold. The wind is always really cold.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very strange.
I'm quite on the east coast, the most eastern point of, I don't know if it's the UK or of England, but it's very windy where I am.
Windy. Yeah, it's windy on the west coast. I'm on the west coast, and yeah, I'm right by the coast. And like today, the boat's cancelled. I'm right on, like, by the island, so there is not a week goes by where these boats aren't cancelled. Like, it's happening, and I never remember it like this. I worked over there about maybe 8 years ago. I never.
So are you saying the weather's being messed with?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you agree? Yeah, I think we're all kind of on that. Well, it's all, all these patents that they came up with, you can look them up. You know, they've been doing it for a long, long time. But they're very blatant now, I feel. You know, it's like a grid across the sky some days.
Yeah.
Look at Saudi Arabia. I mean, they've got flooded.
I know.
Cars were floating around those streets.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I've not been listening to the news lately. I don't have a TV, so and I've not really been on social media,
which is probably good.
Yeah. So apologies if I haven't shared the show. I've literally had to take it off my phone. I've had to stay away.
Yeah.
Really.
I think that's
really
smart.
I've got someone with me now. Yeah, I've got a being with me now. They're very tall and they're very blue.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they're Pleiadian. Very
Arcturian.
I'm not sure because I'm not that great with knowing all the star beings, but it's definitely a star being. And they joined in, they stepped forward when I started saying I've got to stay off social media because I'm just finding it really difficult. I had to take the apps off my phone. Just to even having the apps on my phone.
No, I hear you. Yeah, I'm right there with you.
So I'm not used to conversing so much with star beings, so I'm not quite sure why they've stepped forward or what they've got to say.
Just give us a pickup date.
Yeah, when are you coming?
Yeah.
That's all we want is a pickup date. We'll be ready. I'm ready now.
You know, I had a conversation this week. I keep getting the feeling that I'm here to the end.
Yeah, no kidding.
You know? Like
I do.
I mean, I want out of here. Don't get me wrong. You know, I'm ready to move on to the next level. You know, I'm like, yeah.
There's no getting out of here.
But I keep thinking, I keep getting that really strong. Nope, you're here to the end.
Mm.
Yep. So whatever that looks like, you know.
Mm.
You know, I don't know. But I'm not happy about that.
Well, you're needed here.
Yeah.
Just gotta, yeah. So is Madeline, and so are you, Georgie.
If only they would tell us why.
Wait for
and send a little help.
Review. Yep. Send help. Send lots of help. Yeah. Are they still with you, Georgie?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah, they are. I think they're going to be part of the sound.
Ooh.
Oh.
If I do any sound stuff tonight, I think they've come to join in with this.
Well, that is wonderful.
Their frequency.
Sound stuff.
Well, I don't know always what to call it. Sound therapy. It's like
sound healing?
Frequency, sound healing. Yeah. I don't even like the word healing anymore. So no. Angelic Harmony Therapy was the first modality that I brought forward. And then I brought that forward properly in 2016. I taught it in Glastonbury for the first time. And then this year, last year and this year, I've been working on Heavenly Harmony, which is it's quite cool, really. It's the idea behind it is the angel in me works with the angel of the client, and Heavenly Harmony is the space. And I got some special music created. So the person, if it's distant, listens to the music whilst I'm at the other end working with the healing of it, and I call through. It's I basically realised that within the albums that I created, there was angelic language. And at the time, I didn't know what any of it meant, but I just sang it and I knew it was good. But there's phrases that I use in Heavenly Harmony and teach people. And I thought I need to do this in a different way because the world's quite different now since we had the lockdown and all that nonsense. So I've created a Heavenly Harmony training course online so that people can work their way through the videos and then just have one session with me via video call where I give them the activation. So why am I telling you all this? Because I call it Heavenly Harmony Transformation. I don't like using the term healing anymore. I don't really like the term therapy anymore either, because that has connotations of, I've been in therapy for 10 years and I'm still having therapy. Where transformation, it's like that's where the magic is. Alchemy, the change, it all comes from within. So I'm like the space holder, if you like. So the sound transformation, the sound frequencies that we might share later with your listeners.
Oh, I think they would love that. I know I would.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think, everything's transforming, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
And some's transforming that we don't want to transform, and it's doing it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. That's more like, I would say that's more like not transmuting. It's muting. It's like a mutation. There's mutations going on. Transmuting is where, like, you're taking something yucky and it's being made into something nicer and transformed. Yeah, it's like a change. So, like, if you think about, like, the butterfly, it's in its cocoon. After it's been a caterpillar, it's in its cocoon. It's the chrysalis, isn't it? And you can't just open that up because the butterfly won't be able to fly. So it has to be inside, and it's struggling, and it's like, and it's really trying to get its strength. And when it's ready, it comes out and it can fly. So I sort of like look at it like that. When we're in this cocoon stage, we've got that struggle going on, but eventually we'll have our butterfly wings.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that transformation. Well, there's a chemical or something, like, I might have that, like, I'm not going to go into that because I might have it wrong, but it was a book I read a long time ago. I think it was Deepak Chopra. And I think it was a book he wrote when his dad died. And he went into this whole thing about butterflies and caterpillars, and supposedly we have the same in our hearts. It's a cell in our hearts that is the trigger for the metamorphosis that the caterpillar goes through. I always thought that was fascinating.
That is very fascinating,
right?
Actually, that it's in the heart, because I've been doing a lot of work with these sound bites, and there's 44 of them. And each one, it's a you go into a different portal within your heart center. So yeah, that is quite fascinating.
And the 44, that's really powerful.
Yeah, that's angelic self transformation.
I like that.
So
I can see it.
I was going to say, hopefully it will be on my website very soon. At the moment, it's not on there, but it will be on there soon.
Oh, that would be great. That would be fantastic. And is that what you're talking about, is the videos and you're walking them through and at the...
Yeah, so I've got Heavenly Harmony, which is like a practitioner training, and then the angelic self-transformation, that's just like a purely self-development thing. So to help with embodying more of your, sovereignty and light, and really allowing the inner angel to shine.
I'm ready.
Bring it on. Wow. Do you know what? If you're up for it, you could be a test pilot for me. I could send you the manuals, and then you could do me a little a little review, a little photo, and then
that would be fantastic.
That would be wonderful. I would do that. Yeah.
I've not sent it on. I've given the Heavenly Harmony, the practitioner training, to a few people, and they've been blown away with it. With the activations that I've done with them after they've gone through all the videos, and they've gone on and done it on, like, their grandchild. I'm not going to be mentioning any names, but one lady, she gave her grandson a session, and he's like 5, and he got the name of his inner angel. She didn't even tell him. She didn't even tell him what she was doing, and it was all distant. And then the next day, he drew this angel, gave it a name, and that's was his inner angel. Yeah.
And he's 5. I think that's terrific. That is so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the kids really need things like this, like the children.
Absolutely.
Young ones. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I mean, because I'm a teacher on Insight Timer. I don't know if you're aware of Insight Timer, Caroline. It's an amazing app. There's loads of meditation and yoga teachers on there, and I go live on there, but I've got a lot of pre-recorded stuff. And it's my favourite place to do lives at the moment. You know, I've not done Facebook or the others for a long, long time now. Anyway, I did have some stuff for children on there.
Oh, cool.
But I've taken it down. Because I just wasn't sort of fully happy with it. But I am thinking of recording some stuff for children again.
I think it'll be great.
In a different way, maybe more like a story. So they don't know that they're going into... They don't know they're meditating.
They do it naturally anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think it just needs to be more of a story.
I like that.
Yeah. I've got lots of ideas. It's just doing them. To be fair, I've had a lot of my own stress going on as well with my dad's been ill and he doesn't live anywhere near me. So it's been a lot of juggling for me recently, a lot of juggling.
I think clearing out the social media is a good... I cannot watch news. Social media, Facebook, and I think I'm once a week at this point. Like when I post like the show, when Madeline will give me the banner. I just don't want to be there, you know. I want to be either reading a book or doing something else, walking.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe it'll change. Maybe it'll shift. Maybe it'll become something that it was supposed to be in the beginning. Because it was in the beginning. In the beginning, I think the social media showed a lot of promise, keeping people in touch. You know.
Yeah.
And then a lot of meanness kind of came out. You know, what do you think, Madeline?
Well, it used to be that you didn't get censored in everything that you say. And all of a sudden, even if you're not saying anything that important, you know, they're censoring people for what? I don't know. And Facebook, well, you know, they're all grabbing your information, and I think these are wonderful tools that the CIA and the FBI put into play to track everybody and see what the heck they're doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And we played right into their deck. And some even more because they put their whole photo albums on there.
I had done that, Madeline.
Everything. It's
that.
like, I walked 10 feet and I left a fart. And then the 5 people behind me smelled it and didn't know what to do. You know what I mean? It's like, do I need to know that?
I took it all down. I had all kinds of holiday pictures, because I had it when it started, 2008, and I was still in the States. I was still living there. So that was how I kept in touch with family. I took it all down.
Yeah. I left the house and I went to the grocery store and there was 3 cans of tuna on the shelf and a loaf of bread. I don't care.
But I did care about keeping in touch, with the people. You know, I liked it for all that. And I'm kind of...
And we, you know, this is how we met, so that was a wonderful thing.
Yeah, I was saying to Madeline, I don't know how, I must live in a hole or something. I don't seem to know anybody. But then I hadn't lived here for 30 years, and I'm so drawn to America. And there you are, you're right in the UK, Georgie. You're right there. Yeah, you're right there. How lucky are we?
And how close are you, really?
Oh, an airplane ride at least.
Oh, an airplane ride?
It's a long drive, yeah. Yeah. Like,
what's a long drive?
Well, maybe 6 hours. Maybe. Would it be longer?
Where's your nearest town?
I'm maybe 45 minutes from Glasgow.
Right, okay. So no, that would be about 8 hours drive.
8 hours, yeah.
Yeah.
Then you're quite far down south.
I'm really right over the other side to the east.
Ah, okay. Mm-hmm.
And it would be a very awkward drive.
Right, windy. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, probably train or plane.
I would probably get a plane from Norwich. So it'd be a drive to Norwich and then a plane and then probably train from Glasgow.
Yeah. Yep. That would be the way to do it. Yep.
Yeah, it's 12-hour drive from here to Myrtle Beach, where my granddaughter lives.
12 hours?
12
hours.
But I think you guys, you're sort of like set up for it, aren't you? Because you've got like these highways.
Yeah.
Where over here, we haven't got the infrastructure.
No, we don't.
Yeah, but you have a better train system.
Probably.
Trains are good. Yep, trains are good. I like the train.
Yeah, you have a better train system. It's not like here. I guess in some parts of the United States, they kept the trains up, but you would think they would have kept all the trains. Well, you were here for how many years? You saw I
did the Amtrak. The one I used. Yeah.
I mean, if they had kept the Amtrak up in different places, then it would be great. I mean, they even stopped the train from coming into where I live, and like the buses. If you don't have a car, you can't get out of this place.
Oh my God!
Wow. When did they start that?
To get a train, you either have to go like drive an hour away, or Lancaster's like an hour. Harrisburg is about an hour. Philadelphia is an hour. But the trains used to come here, and now they're talking about bringing them back. Mm-hmm. But even like the buses, they had a bus station, and the buses don't come here anymore. Although I think you might be able to get a bus at one of the local malls. We used to have buses that went to Atlantic City every day, New York. Forget about it.
When did they take them away?
Oh, and I'd say maybe the last 5 years or so. Mm-hmm. Trains were probably longer than that. Now they have a little like an old train that takes you up to Jim Thorpe, but it's just a little ride, and you look at stuff and get back on the train and come back home. It's not like you're...
No. You know, the harbour where I'm close to, there used to be boats going to Ireland every day. They were going to the Isle of Man. They were going to all the different islands. Like, the infrastructure is like, I can't even get my head around it. Like, the neglect that has happened.
I don't think they want us to leave our towns.
No. But you know what? I'm moving. I'm going north. I've made up my mind.
North?
I'm going as far north as I can get.
What's far north?
Skye.
I've been to Skye.
Orkneys.
It's amazing.
I'm moving. I'm going. I'll be here this year. Like, I know I was planning on doing like a group, kind of doing like a little tour and stuff. I'm not doing it. I'm going north.
What's up north?
Everything.
Oh.
Freedom.
Really? Is there a place where we have freedom?
Freedom. Well, the Scottish Highlands and Islands are going to be part of the Nordic nations. That's number one. And the rest of Scotland will become part of mainland UK. There will be no Scotland. It will be the Scottish Highlands and Islands, and they will be part of the Nordic nations. I think they're just stupid. Like, they should have got their finger out. Like, why would you want to separate a country that's joined? Like, it gets me so angry, it just upsets me. But I can see the positive here. I'm moving north. Yeah.
Well, I guess that sounds exciting.
Yeah, eventually I'll get there this year. Well, yeah. I mean, it's ancient land. It's so
Sounds
many.
exciting.
Yeah, Skye, like, or Iona.
What's on this Isle of Man? I thought that's supposed to be exciting.
The Isle of Man, like, that was a hub. That was where we all went for our holidays, like, when I was a teenager. The Isle of Man, or Manx, their symbol is the 3 legs. That's on their flag. Rumor has it that was Avalon. Yeah. I don't necessarily agree with that, though.
Yeah, there's rumours that part of Glastonbury was Avalon as well. It's like so many conflicting stories.
So many Avalons.
Everyone wants to claim Avalon and Merlin and not your Merlin.
That was what was it Mark Holley? He said that he had just like eight Merlins, like, in his research. Like, he come like, it's like a lineage, which makes more sense, right? It would make more sense that it would be a kind of lineage.
Merlin had offsprings.
Plenty of them, it would seem.
Maybe he had brothers. The Merlin people. The Merlin brothers. That's interesting, isn't it? The Merlin brothers. I think we're soon coming up on a break.
Wow, something just tickled my throat there. Yeah, I think it's like 57 minutes to the hour we come up on a break. And the break is about 5 minutes, Georgie.
And then when we come back, Georgie, you can sing your little heart out.
Yeah, I would love that. Oh, yeah. That would be beautiful. Like, I can relate to this. I think we're all in the same boat. I don't think it really matters whether we're in America, in the UK. We're all feeling it, like this. And we have to just keep making that choice to be happy. But it's hard.
Global.
It's so hard.
Yeah, well, I don't know how you want to be happy and you want to be positive, but I don't know how you do that when you're in constant pain. Like, you have the back issue, I have a foot and a leg issue.
Yeah.
And, I mean, when your feet hurt, you can't think.
No.
Does that mean my brains are in my feet? But do you know what I'm saying? It's like, my God, I don't care what you do. Just let me sit down.
Yeah. I don't like pain. Don't like here. Yeah.
Way back, I was picking out bricks to have a patio put in. And I went to this, the brickyard to pick out the bricks. And my feet hurt so bad, I says, listen, I don't care. Just give me those bricks over there. Find them, put them in a truck, send them out. Because I couldn't think. It's like, all I want to do is go back to my car and get off my feet. Send me what you want.
Have you spent a lot of your time on your feet, Madeline? Like, a lot of work situations? Because you did massage therapy, right? You worked at hotels.
I worked as a waitress for 14 years.
Yeah, I did that too. Mm-hmm.
And some of those days started out at 9 o'clock in the morning and didn't get over till 2 a.m.
Mm-hmm. It's hard on the feet.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And some of my massaging days started at 10 o'clock in the morning and didn't get done till 9 o'clock, because I used to do large groups, bus groups. And then you walked and your feet felt like they were on fire.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you ever had that experience. But it's horrible.
I can't say I've had that experience.
You don't want it.
When I was dancing, my first dance show was very showgirly, so lots of feathers, and the dance heels were like 4 inches.
Oh,
my. I don't know how I'm going to dance. I don't know if I'm going to stand in those. because when I did my audition, I had dance heels, but they were like half the size. They were probably about 2 inches instead of 4. So I actually fell over on stage because this was in Greece, and instead of clapping, they throw flowers at you. They throw flowers at the stage, and I skidded on one of the flowers.
Oh, no.
And I had this great big, like, Carmen Miranda type headdress thing, and oh my goodness.
Were you okay?
Yeah, I was okay.
Yeah. Wow. Oh, wow. I had to check that you were okay before I laughed there.
Yeah, that was exciting.
Yeah.
It was embarrassing.
Oh. Here we go. We're on a break.
Yep.
Well, we're taking a 5-minute break. You've been listening to Life in the Hologram, and we'll be back with more from Georgie Deyne. Don't go away.
All right. Thanks for listening while we take that short break here at Revolution Radio, freedomslips.com. And now we're going to get back to your host.
We're back, and you've been listening to Life in the Hologram here on Revolution Radio. And just a reminder, we are listener supported. So if you have some extra money and you don't know what to do with it, you can go to Revolution Radio and make a donation. We'd highly appreciate it because, like I said, we're all listener supported and we're all volunteers here. So if you want to keep us on the air, and we stream now. We stream on Rumble and X under Freedom Slips. And it's exciting that we're live now because you get to see who we are. Before you couldn't see who we are, but here we are. Georgie, did you want to give your information?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Give your information on how our listeners can get in touch with you.
Well,
and
the easiest way is really to go to my website, which is georgiegdeyne.com. So that's georgiegdeyne.com. And that's got links to all like the social media and my insight timer. And you can email me through there or message me on WhatsApp. So that's the easiest place.
Yeah, and also we have some links on our Life in the Hologram page on Facebook, so you can also check on there too.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of albums and such too that you have.
Well, yes, I've got 5 albums under the name Seraphisa, which is myself and Marcus. Marcus is my music partner. So we've created 5 albums of transformational music. But there's links to that website from my website, basically. So yeah, and I got my first book published in 2022, The Voice of Love. So that was quite a milestone. That was basically my journey of channeling with my friend Sarah. And we sort of put the channelings together in chapters. So we sort of tried to, we were originally going to put the book just out there as like, okay, this is everything that's come through, but we didn't in the end. We sort of like tried to make sense of it and put it into chapters.
Where can people get your book?
Pardon?
Where can they, can you hear me okay? Yeah. Where can they get your book?
Again, everything's best. Come to my website, georgiegdeyne.com, because you can get my book on Amazon and other booksellers, but my publishers also, you can get it direct from my publishers. So but links for that are on my website.
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
Yeah. I got cold. So I did.
Really?
Yeah, I started getting cold. Yeah.
I've gone a bit cold as well.
Yeah, I'm, like, even my fingers, and, like, I'm cold. But it's not cold in here. My little kitty is right there. He was on my feet. I think he was keeping me warm and he moved.
Your kitty.
Yeah.
My kitty drives me crazy.
She's a princess.
She's a princess. She thinks my bed is her bed.
It is. You're her pet.
I think so. They rule you. You don't rule them.
Yeah.
That's the truth. That's the truth.
So what are we going to sing, Georgie? Or what are we going to do? Something spectacular?
Yeah. I think I should maybe sing for upliftment, transformation, to clear the energy fields of everyone that's listening, whether they're listening live or whether they listen to a replay somewhere. So with the emphasis of the frequency to bring clearing, transformation and upliftment, whatever's needed for the listener's highest and greatest good, may it sort of meet them where they are. So I'm going to just do probably a little bit of light language to open the space. Aya wa shayaria, aya wa shayaria, aya wa shayaria. And that means I create heaven on earth. The angel in me honors the angel in you. The power of sound can be brought forward quite quickly, and it can get to places that other sort of frequencies can't. I think, yeah.
It's like overtoning. Like there's all these layers.
Yeah, I feel that, I mean, I've not learnt to do that. It's I just do it.
It's natural.
It's natural, yeah. But I do believe that other beings are singing with me when I'm singing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It goes right to the soul.
Yeah, I'm warm again.
Mm-hmm. Did it warm you up?
I'm warm. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. I mean, sometimes I get songs that I have to sing because I feel like, so say if I was doing a live on Insight Timer, I might say, right, I need to sing this song because it's going to mean something to someone. Mm-hmm. And I will do that as well. So it's got the healing vibrations in it, but it'll have a message in it. And some people will say, well, I think that was more powerful than that angelic stuff you're doing. So it's interesting how it seems to meet people where they are. And yeah.
Thank you.
It's something else.
It really
Everybody has an opinion, huh?
Yeah. The song that's coming to my mind right now, if I was going to sing a song, is the Charlie Chaplin Smile. So I don't know if there's any listeners out there that song means something to them, or if I don't know if it means something to either of you two. Or maybe it's just a general message because we're all struggling at the moment.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So that one goes, smile though your heart is aching, smile even though it's breaking. Oh, I've forgotten the rest. I've had a brain freeze. It's because it's really late here for me.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, my brain's just gone.
I think all of our brains are getting wacky.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm forgetting things. Yeah.
Well, I sang that fairly recently.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I'm forgetting I'm forgetting whole events. Mm-hmm. Yep. And when I'm being reminded, I'm like, why do I not remember this?
Yeah. I totally forgot a client the other day. And she phoned me in the morning or messaged me in the morning saying, are you still okay for 2:00 today? And I'm like, oh, I'm taking my dad to the solicitor today. Oh dear.
Was it Mercury retrograde?
Might have been in the shadows of it. Yeah.
Seems more than that, though.
It is more than that, I think.
Mm-hmm. I think so.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of uncertainty kind of makes us that way, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I think the reason that song was coming to me, it's like, when we smile, even if we're faking it, it does do something to us. It does change something. I tell you what else I've been doing a lot of recently, because I'm not going to lie, I've been struggling with my dad. I've really, really been struggling because he's been very stressy and very ratty and very argumentative, and he calls God the C word. And then when something's not working, he says, God, why aren't you helping me? And I said, because you called in the C word, Dad. That's probably why. And anyway, I've been using Namyo Renge Kyo, Namyo Renge Kyo, Namyo Renge Kyo. And I was chanting. I did it for 2 days solid. Well, not 2 days solid, but for 2 days I went for long walks and I chanted for at least an hour both days. And I was chanting for whatever is in me that my dad is reflecting onto me. You know, not that I call God the C word, but yeah, whatever is in him that he's trying to show me that I need to heal, let me let go of it. So I was doing that, and funnily enough, the first day I did it, I said, right, okay, and now I'm on the way back on the beach. I said, right, now I'm ready to receive. I've let go. Now I'm ready to fill those voids with new positive light. And I continued doing Namyo Renge Kyo. And then on the floor was some sea glass, which is it's like people come to this area to find the sea glass, and you get a lot of white, clear and green, but blue is not so common. And I found 2 pieces of the blue sea glass, so I felt like that was a sign from the universe, like some positive stuff coming my way. And since then, my dad has really calmed down.
Oh, wonderful.
So, yeah.
Sometimes you send him Reiki before you get there?
I've done the whole, that I like the benevolent outcome guy.
Yeah.
Can't think of his name. Tom.
I request a most benevolent outcome.
Yeah, well, I've been doing that. That's not been working. So that's why then I'm thinking, well, it's obviously something in me that I need to let go of. So the Nam-myoho Renge-kyo is very powerful.
Oh, yeah.
I've written some of my own chants as well. One of them is, Mother, make me whole just for me. Mother, make me whole just for me. Take away all fear and blame. Fill me with your healing flame. Mother, make me whole just for me. Mother, make me whole just for me. Mother, make me whole just for me. Take away all fear and blame. Fill me with your healing flame. Mother, make me whole just for me. So that's one, that I wrote, and that's in one of the songs. And that's quite powerful as well. If you don't want to do something that's in a foreign language that's like, well, what's all this about anyway, all this Chinese stuff or Japanese stuff, you can't always get your head around. Some people can't get their head around it, and they want to sing in English or chant in English. And then I wrote another one. So Shekinah or Shekinah, depending on how you want to pronounce it. You say Shekinah. No, I say Shekinah. You say Shekinah. We could have a little dance-off, sing-off there. So Shekinah, it's the feminine aspect of God, Creator, but I think it also is Hebrew for where God dwells. So I thought, okay, so I did Shekinah, Shekinah, make me worthy of your name. Shekinah, Shekinah, be my guiding flame. You just repeat that. So that's another one that I wrote. I probably need to write a few more. Another chant I quite like working with is Om Tare Tu Tare Ture Soha. Om Tare Tu Tare Ture Soha. And that's quite a nice one to work with. I've worked with that in different occasions. But I think the Nam-myoho Renge-kyo is a very good one when I'm walking, because I can literally go Nam-myoho Renge-kyo, Nam-myoho Renge-kyo, Nam-myoho Renge-kyo really quickly and quietly. And then the other one it's a prayer, but you can use it as a chant, is the Gayatri mantra. Om Bhur-bhuvah-svaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhagodavasya Dhemahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayate. And when I was teaching meditation in schools, one of the lads was Hindu, and he said, I want to do the Gayatri mantra. And I was like, oh, I know that. So we did that together. So that was quite nice.
That's lovely. Your voice is beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
It's really beautiful.
Thank you. I'm just so disappointed that I blanked out and couldn't do Smile.
Yeah, but the lines that you sang were beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah. And we all knew that song the minute you started singing it. I did.
But we didn't know the words either.
No, I didn't know the words, but I knew the song.
Your heart is breaking. Smile.
Even though it's aching. When there are clouds in the sky, you'll get by if you smile through your fear and sorrow. Smile and maybe tomorrow you'll see the sun come shining through. If you light up your face with gladness, hide every trace of sadness, although a tear may be ever so near, that's the time you must keep on smiling. Smile, what's the use of crying? You'll see that life is still worthwhile if you just smile.
Oh, yeah,
I remembered it.
Yeah. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you,
sweetheart. I do like a bit of comedy as well sometimes. There's this, don't know if all your viewers will get it, but there's this comedian called Catherine Tate, and she made this show and she had a Nan character, and she created the character because she used to sort of sing in old people's homes. And there's this character and her name's Nan, and she's like, "Oh, sweetheart, you are a good boy, sweetheart. Oh, bless your heart. Oh, yeah, you are a good boy." And then she'll suddenly turn and she'll start swearing. And, yeah, I think sometimes we need a bit of comedy in our life. And Charlie Chaplin, of course, was a comedian, and he wrote that song, Smile. He wrote the lyrics. I think Now, I can't remember if he wrote the music or the lyrics, or both. Not sure.
Beautiful I think it was a seller.
Mm-hmm.
I think it sold a lot of copies.
I think so. Mm-hmm.
I think I'm a bit obsessed with Skylark at the moment. That was a song I'd never sung before. And I don't know, it just really hit me. It was like, oh yeah, I want to learn this one. So, and as you know, I like a bit of Ave Maria as well. But the first song I ever wrote was my Marry Me song, and that's quite interesting because my friend gave me the title. At the time I was doing jazz, and I was working with this jazz guitarist. He was very good, and he was really good at doing bossa nova stuff and doing different rhythms. Anyway, so she gave me this title, Marry Me, and she said it means mother me, and you should write a song. And I'm like, I've never written a song before, Sarah, seriously. So this is my friend who scribed to the channeling and helped me put the book together. So anyway, the guitarist that I was working with had left me with some sort of like loops of some guitar stuff, and I suddenly wrote the lyrics to the Marry Me song, and it started life as a bossa nova. You are a mother, a woman wise, you take my hand, I wonder why it took me so long to find my strength inside. So it started life like that. And then after I had my meltdown, I lost my voice and psychic attack and all that. And when love spoke through me, that's actually what I didn't say tonight. She actually sang through me as well. And I say she because it is part of me. She is part of me. And it came out very differently. It came out as, you are a mother, a woman wise. Take my hand and I wonder why it took me so long to find my strength inside. And later on in the song I talk about, You left your hand on my aching heart. Now, so the song is very much about Mother Mary. Now, when my friend gave me that song and she said it's about Mother Mary, but it's also, it will mean Mother Me. Mary means Mother Me. I didn't have any connection with Mother Mary whatsoever, because I was brought up with sort of like Church of England. Mm-hmm. She comes out at Christmas. That's it. No Ave Marias. There's no Mary statues. It's very like she just comes out at Christmas. So
with Santa Claus.
Yeah. So when I wrote this song, I'm like, where does this come from? You put your hand on my aching heart. Anyway, fast forward about 3 or 4 years, I went to Brazil, to the dodgy place. John of God, who's since been arrested. Whoa! Yeah, I was too old for him, so I didn't get into trouble, so I was all right. But no, I shouldn't joke about that. There's been a lot of sexual abuse and stuff going on there. But yeah, but when I met him, I did feel a bit like, I didn't get any but the place was amazing. The energy from the place was amazing. And there was a lot of amazing people there. And I do believe that there was lots of miracles going on there. But my little miracle was at the Posada that I was staying at, because that night Mary did come to me 4 years after I'd written the song. And in my dream, she was there. And when I woke up, I could still feel her hand on my heart, and I could smell the roses. So she's been part of my journey ever since, but not in a religious way, just in a sort of spiritual way. So I wonder what she would say right now about all this that we're going through.
Well, she always would say to pray so that Russia doesn't take over. That's what she would pray for. She warned the world to pray.
Yes, with the rosary. Pray the rosary.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
Well, I've got a little story about praying and the rosary, actually, because I went to Medjugorje, which is a place, it was part of Yugoslavia, but before it was Yugoslavia, they all had their own countries: Bosnia, Serbia, what's the other? Croatia.
Sarajevo,
Sarajevo's in Bosnia.
Czechoslovakia, right? Became Czech Republic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, there was a war, but before the war, Mother Mary appeared to these 5 children. Mm-hmm. So I wanted to go. So I went there, and I had my little miracle there, because I I prayed to the priest who'd passed, and because I got beaten up mentally while I was there, because they found out that I did what I did and that I wasn't Catholic, and Red Legs was after me and all this.
Oh my God. Mm-hmm. You weren't Catholic.
I know, but Red Legs was after me because of all this other stuff that I do. Red Legs is, the devil. Anyway, so I was like, why was I sent here? Why am I getting all this abuse? Why are people crossing the road to ignore me? And I prayed to Mother Mary. And then on the day of the apparition, the place where I was staying, they drove me up. And this elderly lady was thumbing a lift. And he stopped for her, and she got in, and they were chatting in Croatian. And then when we got there, he said, she'll look after you. Go with her. So she took me to this little sacred bit where not many people were allowed in. It was Maria who sees Mother Mary, who sees the apparition, a couple of musicians and singers, and that was it. And I was one of the singers that day. They invited me to sing with them. But at the time, I didn't know until I got home, she was the sister of the priest I'd prayed to.
Oh.
And he was the priest that the Pope sent to see whether or not these children were lying or telling the truth. So, yeah, that was my little
exciting.
My merry moment. Yeah, it was actually. It was really quite special. But what you got to remember is there's thousands of people wanting to see this and be there. And little old me was invited to be in this special place. And there's all these thousands of people on the outside, like, wanting to be there.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, so that was... I have to remember these special moments.
Well, and that was exciting.
It was. Yeah, it was.
I remember that when you went there.
Yeah.
I think you were even on the show while you were there.
I think I was, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was hard because I was
Caroline's
there.
Face. Yeah, she came on the show and she stayed there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
And it was hard because I really felt like ostracised.
Mm-hmm.
And I was there a while.
Yeah, didn't you stay there for like a month?
I think I was there 6 weeks in the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I thought you went there like twice.
I did. I went there with my friend originally in the July, and I loved it. And in the July, though, I didn't really talk to anyone. It was just like me and my friend, so we weren't interacting. So it was a very different experience. But when I went back on my own and then started interacting with people, they would hear me singing my versions of the stuff I've written, and they would hear me singing like the classic Ave Marias. And I had a priest say, the Holy Spirit's in your voice. And then the next minute, it's like, there's something that's not right. You've been on your website.
Oh.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So the Holy Spirit wasn't in your voice?
No, it was Redlegs. I'm sorry if there's any...
She was a shapeshifter.
Yeah,
oh, wow.
Yeah, no.
Unbelievable.
It is, it really was. But, yeah, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Mm-hmm. Well, your voice is beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, there's a lot of loving, compassionate spirit in your voice, for sure. Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Warmed me up. My hands are warm again.
Good.
Oh, yeah, I don't know what that was. Like, I just started getting really cold. Like, I was shivering. Yeah, I was getting cold, but it's away. Your voice, the tones must have blew it away. Yep. This has been good. This has been lovely.
Yeah.
Thank you for being up so late. It is late. Yeah.
I am struggling a bit now.
Yeah, it's late.
I feel like it's 12 o'clock here or 1 o'clock and it's only 8:30.
Oh.
Yeah, I had experiences with Mary too. Mm-hmm. My friend was doing a hypnosis session with me and I felt her come in and she put this long, it was like a full blanket of roses on top of me.
Wow.
And then we went to this class. I went with these other people and it was a meditation of some sort. And she stepped right into my body. And that gets a little tricky because then, there needs to be room for two.
Mm-hmm.
So that was interesting.
How did it feel?
It felt like, oh, okay. This is what's happening.
Wow.
What did she do when she was in your body?
Nothing. Just stepped in. I was doing a Reiki treatment the one time and I felt Jesus step in. It's like, okay, here we go.
Mm-hmm.
That's like Reiki on steroids.
Yeah, right. It's the big guns.
because it's like I have my hands on the person. It's like with the blood of Christ you were healed, and I could feel all this. It's like, okay.
Wow, I could do a bit of that on my back now, Madeline.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm like fidgeting around. I'm actually standing up. I'm not sitting down because I think it's better.
Isn't that
for my
amazing, though, for us? Here we are healers, and it's like, come on.
Mm-hmm.
Why can't I do this for me?
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's like, you can. Now, what is it that you need to do? Because if we can, help others, we surely should be able to help ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
But I think it's what you said earlier, Georgie, like it's the figuring out what it is that we need to let go. Sometimes I don't think we know, but we just have to put it down, let it go.
Yeah.
And you talked about this generational stuff also. How much of this generational crap are we carrying around? I mean, it could be eons worth.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's like, if you want to let us here for the long haul, we have to be healthy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And feel well. And you can't, well, I guess you can feel happy if you, some people can. I'm not one of them.
No. Warmer weather will make us feel happy.
Yeah. Yeah, that will make a difference.
Nice days, sunshine. Smiles. Yeah, smiles.
Well, but then the warmer weather unfortunately gets to the 90s and things like that.
Warm.
And then it ends up like, I like 70s, 75.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I noticed these days, have you noticed this, that the sun is really, really hot, even if it's cool out and you're sitting in the sun, it's hot. I mean,
it's like a white light to me.
It's giving off a hot vibe.
Bright, very, very bright. And sometimes it's huge. It's absolutely huge. I've taken pictures. Like, the sun is freaking huge.
I can't remember the last time I saw the sun.
Has it been cloudy and overcast?
It has been for a few days, yeah.
Well, that doesn't help your mood either.
No.
That makes you gloomy.
Yeah.
I know I was in Washington State the one time. And it's like, if I don't soon get out of here, I'm going to slit my throat. I mean, it was like every day was cloudy and some rain, and I'm not good with that either. I like it sunny. Even if you don't go outside, I like it. Oh, it's the sun. That's nice. I like it sunny. But when it's gloomy.
We get a lot of gloomy here. Mm-hmm. A lot of rain. Makes you appreciate the sun that much more. When it's a clear day.
Maybe you need a sunny vacation.
Oh, I do. Yeah, I do. I know I do. I've been I don't remember the last time. Was it 2019, I think, maybe? It was in Portugal. Was the last time I went somewhere. It's been a while. You were at Myrtle Beach, right? Is that where you went, Madeline? Was it last year?
Last year. I think it was last year, yeah.
Last year. What about you, Georgie? You've got any plans to go to anywhere?
Potentially. There's a group of therapists, yoga teachers, putting a retreat together that won't cost. So it won't cost like the teaching. No, because it'll be a case of hiring the place, and then we can all swap and take turns leading the retreat. So that's one thing. I do fancy going to Portugal. but I haven't booked that.
I would love to go back. Mm-hmm.
I'd quite like to do the Camino, where you walk the Portugal way.
Mm-hmm.
Well, are you close to Portugal?
We'd have to fly.
Yeah.
It's not that far.
It's not that far, and the flight to Portugal, you could probably get a return for £100.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
it's not expensive.
Not expensive.
Yeah, if you go with one of the budget airways, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The door doesn't fly off with a wing, or
I'm ready. Mm-hmm.
What's with these planes today, too? I mean, come on. What? You sit and you think about what the heck is going on in the world, and you just have to shake your head. It's like, what happened? What the hell happened?
I know. I love that you crack up laughing.
Engines are flying off. Wings are flying off.
Doors. Yep. I know. I've seen a plane like that on its side coming in. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I know. It's like they forgot how to fly the plane or something. Like, what's going on? Safety checks, nobody's checking the door, nobody's checking.
I thought they did that before you got on the plane, not while you're in it.
I don't think it seems like a lot. I don't know. I don't know. But
somebody absent that day or what?
But it's like certain jobs, it's almost like they forgot how they're done, or they didn't get proper training, or I don't know. But I'm seeing it everywhere, Sam. I'm seeing it everywhere. Like I had a boiler that needed fixing. This is last year, and when they came, they didn't bleed the radiators, like they didn't check like the whole water system, because it's like a boiler that it heats up the water for the heater. And I had to get somebody to come back, and he basically told me they're not being trained. They're being trained on one aspect, so they don't really know like what it all entails. They have no idea about what connects to what. They only know how to do one thing, and then you have to get somebody else to do the other part. I don't know. That's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, definitely.
Full training is needed in a lot of the stuff. Yeah.
It's crazy. I don't know.
It's very crazy.
I don't know how we got here, but
I don't know.
The question is, how do we get out of here?
Is it here, right? Like this has been a mistake. Yeah, it's been a mistake. I read the brochure and it's not as it was described.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Abort the mission. Where's that guy?
Abort.
That Arcturian or Pleiadian guy. Where is he?
I can't feel him now.
Is he gone? Was he there for you? What you were singing? Was he there?
I think he was.
Yeah.
I don't feel him now.
That was kind of cool. Showed up. Yeah.
Yeah, he was quite tall. I would say he was about that much taller than me.
Wow.
Yeah. So he must have been about 6'6" at least. Maybe more.
A giant.
Close to.
Very blue.
I like that. That's a pilgrimage, right? The Camino.
It's a pilgrimage, yeah.
Yeah. Does it go through Spain?
Yeah, it ends up at Santiago.
Okay.
And there's different routes you can do. And
weren't those three sisters, too? Weren't they in Portugal? There was other people in Portugal, I believe, that saw the Virgin Mary.
Fatima.
Yes, Fatima. I've been to Fatima as well. Yeah, that was quite special. And I've been to Lourdes. So I've been to a lot of places for someone that's not a Catholic.
You don't have to be Catholic.
No, but you normally are at these places. So
yeah, a lot of people are.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think Virgin Mary cares. She's just glad you came.
She doesn't care, no.
I don't even know if she's glad you came.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's a place in
yeah.
Spain where she appeared, and I can't remember the name of it.
Hmm.
But that looked like an interesting place to go. I need to do some more research.
Yeah, it was a big, well, I still am, Mother Virgin Mary. I used to go to the Monday night novenas, this novena, that novena. I was in church for a couple of months every day.
Right.
And twice on some days. I must have been crazy.
I don't remember the last time I was in a church.
I like going to churches, but when there's no ceremony, I just go and do my own thing and sing.
Oh, the acoustics
you gotta go over
must
there
be
to the
wonderful.
Rosalind Chapel and go in and sing.
Oh,
without
that's the
them
place
knowing
to sing.
You're going to sing.
Do you know what? That's on my to-do list to go there.
Yeah.
That's Edinburgh, isn't it?
Yeah, well, close by. Like, supposedly the acoustics in Rosalind Chapel are really, really special. There was, I think it was a couple of brothers recorded there. I can't remember their names, but they wrote a book as well about Venus, because supposedly there's a lot of aspects and designs and that's all connected to Venus in Rosalind. Yeah. Yeah, worth a trip. Definitely worth a trip.
I'll have to see if I could do some recording in there myself.
Yeah.
I think you got to sneak in.
Yeah.
Oh, they would love it they would love it. They would love her singing.
Well, they wanted, Michael Feely wanted to go in there and do something, and they wouldn't let him, remember?
Yeah, but that's a bit different.
Okay, you think they'll let her sing? You might have to tell them you're Catholic.
I don't think Rosalind Chapel really cares.
You want to take communion? I can give you, I can train you in communion.
Oh, that's actually just reminded me, because next weekend I've been asked to do a baby blessing. Instead of, they didn't want a christening, they wanted a baby blessing. They wanted it with the angels and the divine feminine without all the,
That's lovely.
Well, that's nice.
I hope you have a beautiful day. I hope the sun is shining and it's gorgeous.
I hope so too, because the plan was to do it at the beach.
Okay, it's got to be sunny then.
So, but if it's not a problem, because I've got an area downstairs that's got a church pew, and chairs and lots of angel pictures, and I've got a room partitioning with these like cherubs on. So yeah, that's plan B if the weather's bad.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I get the feeling you're going to have a spectacular day. Yeah. Put the order in.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let everybody know again your website, Georgie.
She read my mind. I was just going to say that.
Were you just about to say that?
Okay. Well, it's Georgie G Deyne. So GeorgieGDeyn.com. GeorgieGDeyne.com. So I know some people pronounce it Dane, but it is Dean. And there's a free ebook on there called The 7 Secrets to Self-Love. And there's lots of blog posts on there with lots of meditations. And then my links to Insight Timer, where you can listen to loads more free meditations from me. And there's other people on Insight Timer too. And if anyone did want to go straight over to the music website, that's seraphisamusic.com, which is SERAPHISA music.com.
Okay. Next week we have Russ Tanner coming on, and he'll talk about the chemtrails and all different kinds of things.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, Russ is interesting.
We start out with a sunny day, and the next thing you know, we don't have a sunny day anymore.
I know. It's like layered, right? It's like plums, like sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, bellowing. I see the clouds. It's like they'll go by, and then next thing they bellow, and then other times they disappear. Have you noticed that? Like some of them are either shorter. There seems to be a variation.
Maybe that was just a jet with a contrail, not a chemtrail.
I see jets all the time. They don't have any trails.
Well, these ones here, they go by and a straight line comes, and then a little bit later, as it kind of spreads out, and then little jiggers come down. And then it keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Did you notice that where you are, Georgie?
No.
No?
But then I'm sort of like in the middle of where I am. It's not a very big place. And I think you see this more in the bigger towns and cities.
Where you have a big sky, where you have like plenty of, like the coast, I see it all the time here. But not every day. It's not every day. Sometimes they're at night, I think.
Yeah, I think that's what Russ said too, that they spray at night.
Maybe.
And I think, like here, these spotted lanternflies are supposed to be a big problem coming up in the summer. And then I think they spray for those at night. Now, they're killing the lanternflies, but what else are they taking with them? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It can't be, like this spray, we're just going to kill these lanternflies. No, I'm sure something else is going with them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen a decrease in the birds here. The bird population is not as big.
It's very interesting you should say that, because when I was living in Essex, one day there was about 4 dead birds that had landed in my garden.
Oh, no.
And I don't know if that was, when was that? It was about 2021. So I don't know if that was linked.
Yeah, that's when I noticed there was a lot of them. There were and this year, a lot of the birds that go abroad, like come back to nest, we don't have the numbers like we used to, like the goldfinch, like we used to have thousands, literally. And also, you know what? I'm not seeing starlings. I'm not seeing any starlings.
Wow.
It's really, and they'll blame it on the avian flu. It took a lot of them, but something.
You know what? I didn't know this, but bird watching is like one of the most popular hobbies. I guess you would call that a hobby.
Yeah.
That people do. I mean, we went up to watch these snow geese come in because there's a place here, and it's not in Berks, but it's close to Berks. It's in Lancaster County, and all these like thousands. I'm talking, could be over 10,000 or better. Snow geese come into this place, and then they land and they, I guess, eat, take a rest, and then they fly out. But you should have seen the people there. I mean, in big cameras.
Oh, they love it. Yeah, they like looking for like a rare bird. It's a big thing. Yeah.
I mean, and they had some nice camera setups. I mean, you know, these weren't any phone camera. These were like $1,000 cameras or better.
Yeah.
With all the apparatus to get a good picture.
Final words, Georgie. We've got about a minute, and I think the music is going to kind of...
Yeah, and then Caroline's coming up. Navigating the Truth. She's up next. We have the Holy Trinity. Solaris, Blue Raven, Life in the Hologram, and then Caroline with Navigating the Truth on a Friday night.
Well, thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure.
Oh, absolutely. Anytime, Georgie. You know that.
Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you for your singing. Your singing was absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
Much needed.
Yeah.
Much needed. Thank you so much.
Yeah. We might even be angelic singers soon.
I think so. I can hear it.
You hear what? The angelic singing?
No, the music. The music. You hear it?
Okay, thank you for listening to Life in the Hologram, and come back next week. We'll be here with Russ Tanner. Bye-bye.